Hey, Barflies, how you do?
Oh, we're live? Are we?
We're gonna definitely start with that. That's gonna be the opening line.
live,
What's
baby.
up? Welcome to the episode of the Blerd Bar. We're starting off fresh, apparently. You know who it is? It is the last descendant of Yasuke, sub overdub for all anime. Salsa dancing ninja, stay on his toes. Got a sake flight ready to go, or Japanese whiskey. It's your boy Hawkins Hanzo. Hey, and to my left, there is none other than myth, the man, the legend.
Yo, it's Kenny Sparks, and number one. That's a 2 right there. But the number one Street Sharks supporter. You know what I'm saying? Draw some out this joint. I almost cursed on the live, but it's all good. I'm here with the next one. Yes, the best one to the left one.
Hey,
Jetsons. I'm sorry.
it's gonna be hard to beat that. So I'm just gonna stay the support character in all this. It is Queen Cobb, your favorite support character with boundaries.
Is here.
And last but not least, to my left,
Yes.
who we got here
La izquierda.
with the khakis? Like he going to school.
Crocodile Dundee.
He
Such a call out.
He about to send us to school.
Okay.
Come on,
Steve
Dad.
Irwin.
Come on, Dad. Steve Irwin.
Crikey.
It's a banana boat. You already know who it is. It's Big Dan.
Big Dan.
Rodan, I'm coming to you live from the 215, your comic book connoisseur, your Somali of sci-fi and superheroes. Here to welcome you to the Blerd Bar. How we doing? You having a good time?
Having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Lemon lime.
Oh, he is in his
He's in the element.
This is the episode.
Not a drop has been dripped as of yet. All right, here we go.
He gets drunk on life, man.
Yay!
That is
Weird
true.
question for you.
Uh-huh.
If someone were to sum you up with a phrase, what would that phrase be? Interesting thing about this, it reminded me of the book series Aragon. There was a moment where they have this thing called like the true name, and it's like magical, of course, but it's like 3 like magical words that like is like the person's core. But that's just what I thought about when I read that. But what would your phrase be?
Hakuna Matata.
That's cool.
It's
That's a
a
good one.
wonderful phrase.
Oh, is that the whole phrase? You don't know.
Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing rains. It means no
Oh,
worries.
now Disney about to come after
for
us.
anyway. So
Disney will take
Hakuna
you.
Matata perfectly explains me because I'm a man who wants to live with no worries, but it eventually finds out through his significant other that there are worries and you need to take care of the kingdom. Get up right now. So you know what I'm saying?
That was
symbolic.
a deep analysis.
Yeah,
All right.
take that.
Bad boy, baby. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
You have a phrase? If not, I can go.
You go.
Okay. Don't let them run over you. You've got to fight. It's one of my favorite lines from The Color Purple. But
That would be your phrase?
yeah, don't let them run over you. You got to fight. It's a reminder for me. I think sometimes I take the easy route. And I don't want no beef with nobody. Like, I don't want no confrontation at all. It could have been my other line could have been, I don't like confrontation from Rex in Toy Story. When he's like, I don't like confrontation. Because that's me at a fault. But the other side of it is like, you do kind of have to stand up for yourself. Especially when it's not just you that you're fighting for.
Correct.
She's about to say some
She about to
shit.
say something wild.
No, I was immediately thinking of all of the corny one-liners from Kingdom Hearts,
That's a good one.
and one is that is like a rendition of like Kingdom Hearts, and also something that I made up about like I may not be strong in the arms, but I'm strong in the heart. So I use don't do that. So yeah, I'm not like, the strongest person at face value, or I don't appear that way, but I think I have a pretty, strong heart, and, I've been having these weird thoughts lately, like, is anything for real or not?
I've had thoughts like that.
Are we all in the Matrix?
Have you ever like thought about punching the cop? Now, let me explain.
So hold on, because I was trying to allude to the first line of Kingdom Hearts. Like
I'm
that's
sorry.
the first line of Kingdom Hearts until before it goes into simple and clean.
My bad.
And then somehow we pivot into killing cops.
Oh, I said punch. I said
the
punch.
escalations
said
never
punch.
cease with you
He
guys.
escalated first.
I said
So you were like, "Oh, I see your escalation.
you
Let
said-
me
you
catch
I'm
said-
gonna raise you a murder.
You said you said punch cop? I mean,
Yes.
they'll treat you like you tried to murder one. The response would be that.
but no.
go ahead, go on with your thing.
No, because I have had thoughts about, I know my life and like what I would and wouldn't do, right? So to test whether or not this is a simulation, I would have to do something I would never do, right? To see if the consequences would actually be real.
That's what you would do?
Well, that's the. I mean, what else?
That's
What else would there be to
There are
do?
so many risk-free things to test whether you're in a simulation, but you immediately jump to assaulting a police officer?
Well, it's not just a police officer. It's I wouldn't want to punch any random person. I don't know their lives.
Wait,
I don't know the cops' lives either. That's a solid point.
Okay.
Right. But what I'm saying is the point is to see if there's a consequence.
I feel like there are easier ways to see if there's a consequence.
Yes.
Well, I don't
Can't you,
want
like,
to break
pin-
my leg.
Can you like pinch
Sure.
yourself?
Or just like
pinch myself? Well,
knock an
that's something
apple
I
off the
would do.
table?
Yeah.
Like,
I would knock an apple off the table by accident. I'm saying you have to test the boundaries of reality. My reality is I would never do anything that violent or violent, period.
But how do you know that you would understand that your reality is not what it is by inflicting pain? Like, what if pain also exists in this reality that you're in? Like, why is it like hurting people that you used to test
it's not
reality?
the infliction of pain. It's the testing of my reality because it's not something I would ever do. I would never do that.
well,
So-
then
Why
how
would
are
you do it?
So
Yeah.
I would be challenging, quote unquote, the script, the guidelines, the boundaries of my
Is this
reality.
Westworld?
No,
But wouldn't
this
you
sounds
just-
like
this
I've
is
been thinking
Westworld.
about this since I was like.
But
9
wouldn't you
years
just
old.
know
But
that?
this sounds like Westworld.
Wouldn't you just know that just by thinking of it?
Know what?
Like,
I'm talking
I
about.
know that I would not punch a cop. So wait, so you're gonna, if you know that you wouldn't, and the idea is to test whether you would or would not, isn't like not wanting to do it or not doing it all the proof you need?
No, because it feels like my life is on guardrails, and I want to break out of that. and
Unless that's a
see-
part of the script.
that might be the
That
the-
you tried
that might
to
be the
bring.
trick.
Hashtag Westworld.
I apologize. I did not mean to derail us.
It's fine.
But-
you're just yeah.
I didn't. I've never punched or
You're
assaulted
just-
a cop.
You're just a host at Westworld.
Nor would I.
It's fine.
So I sorry, I had to deal with some technical issues. But explain again, really quick.
No, we are not going down that. No,
Because I
we're
feel like
not.
I would like to punch a cop as well, but not in the
No.
same.
I
For the
refuse.
reasons.
Can we put this on?
It's already live.
It's not a crime unless you do it.
Here's the thing. What's interesting about what all you
It's not
guys-
Minority
what-
Report.
What all you said is how you would describe yourself, and the question was if someone were
Others.
to sum you up
Yeah.
in a
Oh.
phrase.
Was
If
it?
someone
We're so
else were to-
selfish.
Yeah,
What's that thing that Riley be saying?
you nigga
And
daddy.
I can't. That's probably what he'd say.
Y'all were just trying to get us canceled before we even said
I didn't say it.
But that's
I
what
said-
they be saying. I don't know what you were talking.
Yeah, but that's that's what he'd.
I have
probably-
no animosity towards cops. Other
You don't
than-
have to. You already said.
But I'm sorry. So we
brutality.
answered the wrong questions.
We are being too selfish.
I think you
Self-centered.
answered it in the wrong manner. You
Gotcha.
answered the question, but in the wrong manner.
Got you.
To be
So
fair,
how
I
would
was
someone
thinking of
else
that.
sum
I
it
was
up?
thinking of that, but they led, and I was like, let me just.
Let me not,
Not
break
they.
the
He
system.
led. I followed.
And then I followed. Some worse.
I think depending on the person, you would get different phrases for me. Like some might say like I'm Batman, right? And some
Someone
might-
would tell you or say.
He's a lover of Batman stuff, so I would.
so they would sum that they would sum it in that phrase.
I see.
Got you. Phraseology. Got it.
Yep.
So
I guess the phrase would be, "He's a good man, Savannah." It is. Yeah. Because I be failing a lot, but you're still trying to make that pitch about like.
You really a
he
fan of
good
the color purple, huh?
So
Was that a color purple?
You ready for the remake?
no, that's not a color.
remake?
Yeah, this December. Chloe
Yeah.
Bailey and
It's not a remake.
I thought that was
It's
a musical.
adaptation.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
the Broadway
That's-
adaptation.
With Fantasia. Is it Fantasia
Yeah.
gonna be in it? Yeah.
that's what's up. That
Should be
sounds
cool.
good.
Oh, like I'm answering the question again.
Sure.
We got time. A little bit.
Someone else's perspective. Probably that like she's a maniac or something.
She's a man.
I was trying not to say
You
that.
be out here dancing on the floor?
You know, the idea of like 80s TV dancing is just really amazing to me because I know people didn't really dance like that in the 80s, but
They had to. Cocaine
did
was
not.
wild.
they
Cocaine was wild.
not
It's a
dancing.
wild time in the 80s.
That's true.
Have you ever seen like older, like, and by older I mean like late 90s like videos though? Like some of those dance moves,
When they be going like it's like they're hurting themselves,
not even
like
that.
Soul Train 90s dancing.
Maybe, but
Sorry. Off camera, y'all don't see that, but the producers out here wilding.
but like some of those dance moves, like you look at them and it's like, oh, y'all thought y'all was killing it, and
Like that scene from Honey.
I don't think I ever watched.
Oh,
it.
you talking about
Or
Save
if
the
I
Last
did, it
Dance?
was a
Say,
long time
Not
was
ago.
it
Save
Save
the
the Last
La-
Dance? It is
Oh,
Save the Last
wait,
Dance.
we knew
Her
she
little
wasn't
hop?
killing it. We knew.
Hello.
No.
She was like,
I refuse. We knew she wasn't killing
she was
it.
like,
We
Yeah.
knew that she was not
She-
killing
she
it.
was-
I refuse.
it was like
Stop
every white girl that was in Step Up. All the lead white girls, they really thought they was doing something out here.
Oh, Bring It On.
Bring it
But
on.
they was
But we knew that they wasn't
the
killing
Clovers
it.
were killing it.
We knew they wasn't killing it.
The Clovers weren't killing it?
But
No, the
in
Clovers
retrospect, some of us weren't killing it back in the late
Oh, no.
90s either.
I have never killed it a day in my life.
There was a time.
Except that cop that you wanna.
Hey!
Allegedly.
Learn to work and
Allegedly.
play. Get along with each other.
Let's move on, please.
Hey, what's on tap
What's
for
on tap?
today? On tap for today.
We haven't even drank anything yet. That's crazy.
I am
What we have
thirsty.
is Hatozaki small batch, and actually, I'm going to pass off the bottle to you guys so that you can pour your own as I talk about it.
You don't trust this poor no more?
The Hatozaki Lighthouse, the oldest stone lighthouse in Japan, has been a guide for sailors navigating the turbulent waters before the port of Akashi since 1620, or Gina 8. It is a symbol of dependability, openness to the wider world, and trade, which enables the exchange of goods and ideas. We chose this lighthouse, which stands so close to our distillery, as the perfect icon to represent our whiskey. This fine spirit is created through our two-stage blending of casks of whiskeys, all produced from 100% malted barley. Hatozaki's small batch, finest Japanese whiskey. Please try some, and then I'm going
Well,
to
you
read-
pour, and then
Oh my
we
gosh,
come
the
back.
Well, no, yeah, keep going. 'Cause
The
I'm gonna,
aroma,
'cause
it's
the,
like-
It smells great.
Yeah.
oh no, that's what it says on the back of the bottle too. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and
You about to
sniff.
just swig that joint?
Compound.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
not at all. But
Oh,
go
y'all heard
ahead
that crack?
and taste it,
You just
Sniff
getting
it.
younger and younger every day.
Jesus Christ.
savor.
Well, I thought we were reading.
I don't know.
Oof.
Kampai.
Kampai. Oh, we got to
We
actually
have a
clink 'em.
horse.
And we had to look in each other's eyes, but maybe that's another time.
Maybe that is another time. Wow, this does. I will say right off the bat, off the nose,
Robust.
it is. The light color does not prepare you for the strong odor.
Stings the nostrils.
Yeah, that hurts.
I wouldn't say it stings, but it's rough
This
on
is
the nose.
good.
My nose is not stopped up
And,
anymore.
Yeah, it will clear up your sinuses. That's for sure. But
You okay?
yeah, it's
This is
interesting.
like a good after.
That was a
like,
that was a moan, sir.
was it?
That was a
I thought it
moan.
was like more of like a sad
That was a moan.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is kind of. It felt like what I needed.
can't
It got
do
Dan
If I
moaning.
drink any more of that, I'm not going to be able to drive home.
That's fair, and we
A different moan.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah,
That's what we do
we
here.
prefer you to drive home.
You just took a sip.
I took a sippy sip.
sippy sip sip.
A mini
We
sip.
also have ginger ale if you would like to water.
Oh,
it.
yeah. Black man's medicine?
That's right. Because
Yeah.
if we do nothing else here, we do content, cocktails,
And culture.
and culture.
He got ginger ale for the young
Hey.
boys.
Canada
Bold.
Dry. Bold.
Bold?
That's right.
Yeah.
You get drunk off of that.
Why is it brown?
Why is it spicy?
Brown looking ginger ale.
Why is it
I
spicy?
don't know how to
Wait, am I
take
supposed to
you
mix
anymore.
this in
You can, or you, I mean,
Or
it's
you
up to
can have
or
it
you can
straight.
drink
Whatever
straight.
you do.
Do you want us to take that?
I'm good. And if I'm not good, call me an Uber. Don't let me drive.
Oh, well, I will be calling you an Uber because you can't stay here. Cobb's the only one that stays here. She never leaves.
Yeah,
That's true. She
I
never
just woke
left.
up back there.
It's the running gag.
So yeah, no, we're doing some whiskey ginger ale
Wait, give it back.
with the Hatozaki small batch. Actually, I'm pretty sure this comes from a barfly by the name of Justin.
Shout out to Justin.
Justin. So with that being said, what do we think of it? What do we think of the Hatozaki small batch?
It's much better with ginger ale.
Fair.
Out of 5? Mm-hmm. I give it a 4. This is comfort. This is comfort whiskey. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you need any of this. I got
What about you,
moisture
Cobb?
in my pants. From the
Cobb, what about you?
Moisture
How
boy.
do you like?
Listen, they're like,
Chink.
do you hear this guy?
But you see me ignore it.
Damn. Moisture
So-
boys.
Moisture boys.
Yeah.
All right, friends.
How about I make it
Don't let me
weird?
drink anymore.
Japanese whiskey, I mean, I've never been huge about it because I haven't had a lot of access to it.
Sure.
Are y'all like those kids in
No,
like
I
the
choked.
classroom that are like laughing when someone
I accidentally choked.
I'm not living it.
teacher get them?
I had a thought, and I was like,
Go ahead.
That tells me you're not being present.
Yeah.
Let's not be unhinged. Let's keep it going.
Japanese whiskey is complicated and challenging for me. This, I feel it in my chest. It's still there. I really enjoy the aroma, but the taste, sort of like the mouthfeel, it felt a bit. It feels light, but it's also. I don't like the lingering feeling. It kind of is lingering, and now my stomach kind of hurts. But that could be from unrelated matters. But I am interested in maybe tasting this as a cocktail. I don't know if it would work as a cocktail, but I am curious to taste it. But I feel like this is something that, as an acquired taste, whiskey.
Fair enough. Out of 5, what would you get it?
Probably like a 3.5.
Oh, okay. How about you, sir?
By itself, personally, I would give it a 1.
Fair.
Oh,
With the bold ginger ale, I give it about 3.5.
As a cocktail, 3.5. Cool.
what's the proof of this, by the way?
I want to guess 70.
I'm at 70. No, it would be 80.
46% alcohol.
That's it?
That's a bit higher than typical whiskeys. That's pretty high.
I got a family, man.
That might be where the burn's coming from.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, it's not that bad. But go ahead.
Yeah, no. For me, it does linger on the tongue a bit. Not abrasively so, especially going down. There is warmth that stays with you when it goes down.
Right now.
And it does surprisingly stay in your chest and not like your belly, which is very interesting. I think if you ingested it incorrectly and like breathed in, you would have a very bad time. I think that would be all bad. But outside of that, I would give it a 3. I do think it's like if you have it on its own, it's like a sipper, definitely. Maybe give it an ice cube or a whiskey stone.
Glad you put those shot glasses away.
Yeah, this would not be a great shot to take. That would be a wild night. But yeah, I give it a 3. I think that's pretty good. Okay. All right. So, moving on from that, the question of the evening.
Hey.
What's on tap? The best and worst media genre tropes, gimmicks, archetypes, plots. What are they? What are the best and the worst? If you would like to expand and expound, since this was your question.
That was my question. Yeah, so I know as we like watch movies, as we play video games, as we even read, there's been like a pattern, and there always has been like a pattern of different genres and tropes, character type stories that seem to pop up. And after a while, I think that it could easily get a bit tiresome. Like an example could be like the possession sort of genre. Like, oh, they're always being possessed by something, or the dream within a dream, or like it was you the whole time, or you were the villain or the person that you were looking for the whole time, those kind of things. And I sort of wanted to talk a little bit about what are some that we really, really enjoy and maybe want to see more of, and what are some that we just feel like we're absolutely tired of seeing because there's such a saturation and maybe bad bad writing around it. It's just like I'm tired of seeing the blank stereotype or trope or genre.
Counter question.
Yeah.
Because I think what's interesting is you talked about writing, and I think that's so huge, right? Writing, directing, all that stuff. Is I would ask, is there a trope that even with good writing, good directing, we are sick of? Because I was gonna say, for every example of a trope that's like, I hated that, it might have been bad writing, bad directing, and then you can find a good example of the trope. Because like the what comes to mind is oh, it was you all along. I feel like there are probably a few of those that are like bad examples, but the good example that comes to my mind is Wednesday, the series. How they like revealed who it actually was. No spoilers, I guess.
Who was it actually? I don't remember. No spoilers.
I thought you were
gonna say The Sixth Sense or something like that.
Well, I thought you were gonna say like Usual Suspects.
I didn't see that.
But I guess Wednesday's the more recent.
It's probably the last one I saw, maybe. But that's the one that came to mind. So
I was thinking famously Usual Suspects because that's just like movie wise one of the biggest like jaw dropping twists in a movie that you realize like, oh, he's got the name off of like, what was it, poster? Or he saw something in the room.
He's looking around the room and basically making,
because he saw a Kaiser roll and then something else in the Soze, and he just made up the name. And they're chasing their tail, trying to figure out who it is, and then you at the end you find out, oh, it was this bull. I think there's movies that do it well, but that is a trope that unfortunately will probably exist past our complaints because it's just an easier mystery. Mysteries and suspense kind of live on that premise of just like, nah, I'm gonna get you with the red herring, and then switch it up, and then it was this bull all along. It was the butler who did it.
M. Night.
But you're saying that regardless of, even if the writing is good,
it's still
like
bad.
even like which ones are like still not good despite writing?
Yeah, like ones that you might be tired of, even despite like.
I have a few.
I can name one that I'm like tired of, and I'll like think of more as we talk. Is like the found footage one. Found footage, I'm just like, I've never liked it. I know that maybe I know like the Paranormal Activity and the Blair Witch Project are like the most famous ones, but I just think that it's just
like
a corny.
Where it's like from like.
It appears like it's really
person or something
happening.
like that?
First person stuff. It's sort of set up to appear like documentary styled. I really hate that. I think that it's so corny. I wish I could see one that was actually good, but I'm just, every time I hear of one that's like out, and I've heard there were some really good ones like Wreck. I'm just like, dog, like why does it have to be like performed this way? Like, why is it? I hate it.
There's only one I've seen that I've actually enjoyed, which is Cloverfield, the very first one.
Okay, yeah.
That one I enjoyed.
That was a good one, actually. That was wild.
He's making a face over there.
That was a controversial film from what I remember. People was like kind of.
So the reason why a lot of
it?
people were leaving was because it was making them nauseous, because the found footage thing at some points was just too much.
Was it?
But I my feelings about like the monster reveal was just kind of like, like there was so much build up to this thing that was just like underwhelming to the point where I was just like, this movie deserves all the Razzies. But that's just me.
I remember enjoying it. That would be a question of like, does it hold up? Because the last time I saw it was when I saw it in the theaters. I think it was in the theaters. Yeah. But yeah, it was. I thought it was pretty good. But I didn't think that though you were always wondering about the monster, it was more about them getting to their destination.
Right. Which is why you could have left it without the monster. But
no, I think you needed to give a monster, because if you didn't, it'd be like, well, they were running away from.
Sure, but you could have given like elements.
Bird Box.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Or what's the other M. Night movie?
Don't you dare! It better not be the one that. It better not be the goat.
What, The Mist?
No.
The goat wasn't M. Night. That was.
Nice.
I'm talking about.
You talking about The Village?
No, I actually like The Village.
Oh, you're talking about The Happening.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Happening.
So my trope, I have a few. I can run through them very quickly.
Were you worried we were going to like tell you only can do one?
Yes.
Okay, we were, but
There's times where you're like, you can only do one.
Live your life.
There can only be one. So my first one is, so you know how the protagonist will fall off of a building, right?
we're familiar.
And then they'll come back up on a plane. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's like da, 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 da. Or a villain will do it too. Like they'll like fight somebody, they'll get kicked off, and then they'll come back up on top of a fighter.
So do you mean
jet.
like plot armor, or that specifically, that type of plot armor?
That thing specifically.
Like Aladdin walking off the thing and then like landing on the flying carpet.
That is pretty
See,
corny.
here's the thing.
Oh, you were sick of that? That's when you got sick of it?
No, I'm
back
just
at
asking.
Aladdin?
I was fine with it.
That is an example of it.
I'm giving an example.
But I'm not
Okay.
sick of that one.
When
because-
Anakin got knocked off in Revenge of the Sith, and then he like comes back on that floating panel, and Mustafar. I have a lot of examples of that moment. So
Yeah. So it's that, but not in those movies.
Sure.
We can be selective about it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Because I said I'm tired of it. There's once a point where I wasn't. So the fact that it keeps happening is like, come on, y'all. Here's the second one. I need my superheroes to keep their goddamn mask on during the final fight. Or period. Stop it. I don't care. How do you always find a way to lose your mask during the final fight? I know the pretty actor has to show his face.
Is that why you think it happens?
Oh, that's
definitely
definitely why it happens.
It's not because like they're at this moment where it's like
Human emotion has to be conveyed because it cannot be seen through a mask.
that, and it's like, yo, it's life or death. I can't really be concerned about my identity at this point. It's kind of like it reaches this moment where it's like,
Can you give an example?
All the Spider-Man movies.
all the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man movies.
All the Spider-Man.
I don't know how. He
But
loses
isn't it usually
his
like-
mask
Isn't it
every
usually
time.
Or like a
that he's
piece of
getting
it.
like
all of his villains know who
Or like
he
a
is.
piece- or a
But
piece
isn't
of
it
it.
usually that he's getting beat up? If it's
Yes.
the final fight, like
he
he's
doesn't
getting
take it off.
Yeah, it's not like he's like,
Right.
I can't breathe.
But here's the thing: there are ways for writers to write around you losing your mask.
So not entirely.
But usually it
There's-
gets ripped
there's-
off.
No. So the first two Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's, he lost him in a fight. Actually, the second one, he takes it off because he wants Doc Ock to see his face so that he knows
Yes,
he's fighting Peter.
that's true.
Same applies
Is it
to
Peter?
So
the
that's-
Tom.
No, but the
Songwriting.
first one he got a bomb to the face,
Right.
which I'm like, you just didn't have to do that. The second one,
a bomb to the face? How is that his fault?
I wouldn't argue the
what
first
I'm-
one because
I'm
the
not
first one.
talking
Yeah, but-
about,
It's about
the
writing?
superhero.
You're talking about the writing.
You're
Talking
talking
about
about the
the
writers?
writing. The third one, Sandman punches him in the face and basically sandpapers the mask off until his face is revealed.
But
So
you're
it's
also
like,
paying for
dog,
the actor.
I don't care. I'm
get
also
it.
paying for my ticket to see the superhero I came to see.
Spider-Man
Look
often
at who you
loses his
came
mask
to
in the comic
see,
books if
the
we're going to
superhero.
talk about it, but that's not
Listen,
that's not this episode.
Listen, let me tell you something. Cease and desist. You know who always keeps his mask on?
Batman?
Exactly. Exactly.
Only slightly, but yeah, he
And the
keeps it
Black
on.
Panther.
It be on. The
Black
only time
Panther.
he's ever like torn it off or taken it off is in
he did
Returns,
take it off.
where he had to rip the rubber off.
Yeah.
But what is it
That's
that
what she
bothers
said.
you? So, what's so bothersome about
That's
that?
true. Yeah. What billable hours do you have?
So what bothers me about it is when I read a comic book, these niggas be getting atomic bombs thrown at them, and the mask stays on. Like it's
But doesn't it just make them seem?
not
Doesn't the
entirely
mask
true.
coming
It's
off make it seem
literally
like they're like?
fantasy.
But doesn't it kind of make them seem like they are not immortal, or that they could actually the mask being disheveled and destroyed reveals that, yo, like I could have died.
It's
Like
the
it kind of.
humanity.
I
It's
know
like
he could have died. I
mean,
saw
yeah,
him.
but if your
He was
mask is
stabbed
beautifully
with the pitchfork.
But if your mask is like beautifully intact after getting blown up, it's kind of like,
I'm talking.
how do I know
about
you're experiencing pain?
full mask off? You got the collar around.
Real quick, I want to jump in.
Put that John back on.
If anyone's watching, just in the comments, anything you don't like as well. Also chime in on this. Do you feel like that the mask off is a trope that's played out? Do you hate it or love it? Let us know.
What is played
I
out?
love
you
it.
love
Underdogs on top.
Yep.
So yeah, I just don't. I don't like it. Like
That's fair.
So here's the biggest reason, right? One of the most fun things about superhero comics is watching the bad guy and the good guy and the bad guy fight, right? A part of that is the aesthetic of their costumes. So if you just take the mask off, it kind of ruins that aesthetic of this dope ass fight that's happening, that's transpiring, if you will.
Ooh. Speaking of,
So,
just real quick in the comments, Justin, who actually got us this, Hatozaki says, counterpoint: the losing of the mask at the end is often an allegory for the main character needing to reconcile their true self with their alter ego superhero character in order to beat the boss.
that usually happens in the scene before when he realizes, I need to get myself together and stop this man.
But why can't that happen during the fight?
If we're using Spider-Man as the example, normally the people he's fighting are the people who have kind of existed based on his own existence.
That's most
So
superheroes.
That it's all
I don't know a
superheroes,
single
actually.
superhero who doesn't create his own villains, other than Superman.
all
'cause
of
he
them.
just gets attacked.
That's a different
Batman?
episode. That's a different. No, Batman
Definitely creates his
almost
own
at
villains.
every turn has been responsible.
He kicks
for
him in the vat.
I don't know.
Spider-Man.
We'll talk about that later.
Kills humans.
That's not this. We can talk about that at the end.
Spider-Man's
of
a
the episode.
murderer.
But Spider-Man
They are.
normally has to he has that human connection of I feel responsible for you. So if you realize it's me, Peter Parker, and see my face, maybe you'll stop killing people.
Then don't complain when Aunt May gets shot in the head.
Okay, when did that happen?
Wait.
Most of the time, the villains die anyway, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
That's another trope I'd like to get rid of, but that's not on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your
That would-
third?
Yeah. Do you have one more?
Yeah, I do have one more.
Okay.
My third one is very small. It's very much a nitpick, but it annoys me every time. Niggas don't hang up the phone. They don't say goodbye. They just say, hey, yeah, the file is there. Click. It's like, yo,
Yeah,
don't
this-
hang up. I would
this-
call.
yeah.
Don't hang up on me like that, dog. What's up with you? I just told you the file was there. I don't care. You don't hang up on people, dog.
Wait,
Yeah. They don't do
is
that.
this like-
All right. Thing they don't do that.
Yeah.
Is this like what genre is this?
Every genre.
Because I feel
genre.
like if I'm hearing that, it's probably like a spy movie.
No.
And the point is, we don't need to be on the line.
Spies don't
that
have
long.
manners?
No,
Spies can't have manners?
no, we
can't
out in the
say
field.
goodbye?
We out in the field. If you trying to get me trapped and my location triangulated because you want manners, you in the wrong
You
job.
can't say I peace.
All I know is if you
You
hang
did the wrong
up,
job.
all you know,
That
is
was
if you
that
hang
1
up on me,
second.
I'm having a problem. Don't hang up on me.
Right, but it happens. It
I
doesn't
feel like-
just happen in spy movies.
Okay, where
it
else
happens
does it
in
happen?
It does happen.
every.
It does happen in
movie.
a lot of movies. I agree.
Yeah,
But when
Sheila
I say I'm
said
sick
that-
of it, I don't know if I would say I'm sick of it. It's just one of those things where it's like, damn, you're just not gonna bang on me like that.
Right, and
What
that's
But
I'm
I feel
saying.
like it's understood
Sheila
between the
said that
characters.
to bring the balloons to the party tonight. Click. Whoa.
Like
Right.
you did say that
We
this is a
also-
small nitpick, but this
Right.
is like a really
It's something
small.
It is
really
very
small.
small. Yeah.
Because
this-
y'all attacked my argument. I had to defend
didn't
myself.
attack
It just doesn't make
I
sense
had
for
to
that to
defend
be.
myself. Because y'all ain't got no manners, is what y'all telling me.
No,
The
what
fictionalized version
argued-
of
I'm
y'all
never
on
a spy
screen.
with sending like,
I didn't
files.
say. I didn't just say a spy. I said Sheila said, "Bring the balloons to the party tonight." Click. That's crazy.
I
That's
feel like
insane.
I've seen some media get it right and end they end the call. Other movies or shows may not do that for the sake of cuts or time, and I feel like to me that's not a big gripe. That's not like you said. It's a pain point for you, not for me. But
Sitcoms, they don't even do it.
I mean, at the end of my phone, all of my phone calls, I tell most of the time it's to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, "Love you, bye," right? That's it. But sometimes, if I'm talking to Josh, I'd be like, "All right,
Yeah. All right means bye. All right. All
No,
right.
all right, but all right is fine because that's an acknowledgement that the conversation.
But
is
it has to
there.
be responded with another all right.
Yes.
y'all gotta work that out."
Yes.
between
No, I
yourselves.
would
You
agree.
can't just say all right and then
Yeah,
say,
because
well,
that-
all right.
that's
All right.
crazy.
That's crazy too.
Yeah, because they'd be like,
So we crazy.
Antonio died in the
We are
hospital
also
last night.
vampires. so.
Click.
That's true too. That's true too.
Yeah. So those are my three.
On that note,
Right.
does it hold up?
Gotta keep this one short though.
Couch, co-op multiplayer games, LAN parties, and board games. Do they hold up? I'm going to say off the bat, yes.
I agree.
Because I love playing board games.
Do we enjoy them? Yes, but do they hold up as a societal thing?
Yeah.
Society. I'm society. Yes, I
I was
enjoy
about to
them.
say, like, we are a society, and I feel like a lot of my friends like to do that. I think co-op games are hilarious. They're always a good time. I think it's a bit. I think board games feel a bit more personal. Unless you have like 4 controllers, and I feel like it's been years since I met somebody who has 4 controllers, like the multi-tap, like on PlayStation. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's been
It was
good
one
long
bull
while.
that had it.
But yeah,
So he
like-
had to be invited.
yes.
And he was the one. He was the one that like nobody really kind of banged with. But
Of course, you never bang with the one that has all the resources.
And he's like, "That's it, guys. I'm going
That
home."
is true.
I cannot say
He
I
was
agree
also the
with
boy that
He
like
was the one with
didn't
the
like taking
resources, wasn't
showers.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, now you're projecting. What?
No, I'm not projecting.
So are you thinking of a guy specifically?
Hey, y'all, this
Yeah.
nigga had resources.
Hey, boy had money, dog.
You had a multi.
That's not the shade you think it is.
Were you the guy with the multi?
No, that's
Your
the,
aggression
that's
is
the
not a
second
flex.
thing. That's the second thing. I was not the guy with any of the resources, but I had friends who had the resources, and it'd be.
Oh, so you had friends, huh?
I guess I did. You guys should work on that. It sound like billable hours.
Can't unpack that right now.
But I personally think that it's a lot of fun. But I think I do prefer more the board game route, because that's when you get like discussions around the table, the drinks are flowing, and you don't have to worry that much about like, I don't know, just like stupidness. It's just like a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Typically, if you're doing a board game with people, it's either with people who you're getting to know, and therefore it's with people who you're not trying to be around. You know what I mean? So it's a good quote unquote safe space to be with those people of African descent. I wanted to say niggas, but it's
The getting
I've
to
said
know,
it. I've said niggas a lot.
the
tonight.
getting to know people is like a lot of fun, especially like on board games. Depending on
Yeah.
the game, you can find out some stuff. It'd be wild.
Yeah.
I agree. And just like I was telling you before we were recording, like it just feels good to like it really shows the difference between like playing online with people, even if it's your friends, and like playing in person. It just feels better when you're like in person with people connecting.
Camaraderie.
And it feels better. The worst thing about it is that it just feels too ceremonial, where it's like we do it like when at an event.
She's
Sorry.
presenting.
That was rude.
I was trying to agree. I'm
We
sorry.
do it at an event. We don't do it like once upon a time. It could have been every day, something that we didn't think about. But now it's like,
Yeah.
hey, let's get together and do that. And it's become so ceremonial that it doesn't happen as often.
What
So
do you
I don't
think?
think it holds up.
Do you-
Wait. Oh wait. So you don't think it holds?
I'd love for it to hold up. I just don't.
She
think
loves
does.
it, but at the same time,
It's
doesn't
too
always
hard
seem
to make it happen as adults. And when we do it, it feels like, damn, we should do this more often. And then it doesn't happen.
It doesn't
So this
sound like it.
hold
Sounds
up-
like you have a trouble with your calendar.
Yes, but I think a lot of adults do. A lot of adults do.
So does hold up to you mean it's
Is it?
easily accessible? We can get to it. There's something that we will all like.
I mean, that's
make,
why-
make our
That's why.
way to do.
That's why local co-op is not really as common anymore. It's not even really being put in a lot of games. Really, the only people who truly do it is Nintendo.
Got you.
It's not really as common, which reflects how much we probably don't engage with it. the
Got
same
you.
way.
My definition of does it hold up is when I do decide to engage in that thing, is it still enjoyable?
Oh, okay. If that's the metric that we're using, then it absolutely holds up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
because I feel like part of me was kind of where she was with it, like the nostalgia of it.
Mm-hmm.
I miss it. I miss the 007, staying up late.
I played it a couple nights
The
ago.
Call of Duty,
A couple weeks ago.
Modern Warfare.
Mario Party.
So you guys are
Mario
missing
Party.
video games.
But even
co-ops.
but board games too.
Yeah.
Board games
Like,
too.
we have game nights on a regular basis. I would feel like
Slightly
regular basis.
Yeah.
But as a husband and
Yeah,
a
when
father,
was the last one, Dan? I have
3 months
I have-
ago?
I have cats, so I can't host nobody. And a dog.
So, semi regularly, and that's just because we're adults, and some of us got cats and dogs, others of us got human children that we raise, and so it doesn't always line up, and I think that's just the reality of like being an adult.
Mhm.
But does the concept of like being in a room versus talking over voice chat, playing a game, or like playing Marvel Snap against your friend over your phone or something like that, doesn't really have the same kind of human connection.
Not at all.
Right.
But does
We
it
can
still
play
hold
words
up?
with friends, and I'll never talk to you.
Yeah, see, I can't live that
People
life.
not even really utilizing the chat and like voice chat anymore.
For
in
real.
games.
Yeah.
Be on mute.
So
I be
even
I
it's
be
like
in voice
more-
chat sometimes and just
It's like
on
be the
mute.
only one.
Well, there's also so many variables with that. With like, is your connection good? Is their connection good?
And
like,
also,
is
like,
it
you're
shoddy?
saying
Like,
nonsense. Like, you're cursing me out and calling me all the words. I don't feel safe to talk. There's, like, the lack of safety.
Which is
online.
interesting because like doing it virtually, I think that's why they have the gumption and the cojones to do that.
Yeah.
Because they are doing it virtually.
True.
Whereas
But
if
what about
you
the
were
other
like,
person that's
I
not?
don't think I made new friends off of like a
I
Modern
haven't
Warfare
either.
lobby.
I need
Yeah.
my friend to be with me if I'm
I've
voice
never made
chatting.
a
That's
friend
how like
via
insecure
video
and
game.
scared I get.
Really?
Yeah.
I've made a few gamer friends from video games, but it was like way back when
Way back.
when
Let
I
me
was
give the
still
caveat.
like
I don't play a lot of video games, so that's just not something that would happen.
Now you don't even
Fair.
remember what you added that person for.
yo.
It's
Now
just
now I
bad.
be going to like my friends list.
Like,
and I'm
who is
who's
that?
Ball?
Oh, it's such
He's
sad.
joining my party. Like,
Sounds
hey,
like
you want to run a
social
game?
media.
I'm like, yeah.
It
It's
does.
very
It
much
is.
social
That's
media.
essentially what it's becoming.
But does it hold up? Big time.
Yeah.
But
Does it
we
hold
have-
up, you?
Yeah, let us know. Do you like board games, video games, couch co-op?
Mm-hmm.
Does it hold up?
And also think about the negatives of having somebody over your house.
There's no negatives if they're friends.
I was about to
That's
say
not
that
true.
I'm tired.
Oh
I'm
no!
going to bed soon.
Then I turn over.
What?
What y'all about to do?
I turn and look
That
at you and
sounds-
say,
You know, that's the
"What you
ultimate-
finna
that
get
sounds like
into?"
what you
single
about,
stuff.
what you about to do?
That sounds like
What
single
you
stuff.
finna get to?
Because y'all
I can't
gotta
turn. I
go.
can't turn around and ask my wife that. Yeah,
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
hey,
Like,
what you
like
about to
people-
get into?
I'm saying with company, like, I'm about to go to sleep. Just like those subtle messages we give that we want somebody to leave.
Oh no! When you have like a partner and they're there with you, they gonna tap on your shoulder and be like, "Hey, it's getting late."
Also, like, I feel like adults usually, like, especially if you, depending on, like, the day you do it, it's just
Respectfully.
like,
They
yeah, it's
do it
like, yo,
respectfully.
like, come on, we got work in the morning, and, or we got to work out. Or
What if your friends don't? What if your friends
Or
don't
we,
have work?
or we
anymore?
trying to do
I
cardio
ain't got
later.
no work.
Like,
I'm unemployed.
Okay.
You just stay
Oh,
over.
yeah, that was a
well,
benefit.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
You could be like,
Also,
I
I'm
don't
not
have to
employed-
work in the
I'm not
morning.
unemployed anymore, so that's fun.
Hey, big
Congrats.
ups.
Congratulations.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
And you guys were here with us, too. with that.
To celebrate,
Don't y'all gotta work tomorrow?
yeah, they probably left.
I have to work
But-
tonight.
No, there's 5 people still
No,
there.
they're still here.
But, like, wrap it up.
Okay, we can wrapping this up.
I gotta
So
get
we have
home to
reached the
watch
end of the
Miss
episode. There's 2
Tano.
things I need you guys to know before we go any further. One, we have a special episode coming up
Special.
for the
Special.
Ascended Barflies, and anyone that's been available in this chat will get that link to see what we're talking about. It is an anime opening/ending tournament bracket that we
Yes.
created. And episode 5 is going to be that episode in which we discuss and debate which we like more. So you have to check out those songs first on the playlist because we can't play them on the YouTubes, otherwise it's pulled. So we will make sure that that link is available to you guys. It's going to be episode 5, so that's 3 episodes from now.
3 episodes from now.
And we'll make sure there's reminders in the Patreon and in the Discord. Secondly, there was something else.
There's a quest item.
There is a quest item. Thank you. I haven't even had that much to drink, which is crazy. I just didn't have that much to eat, so alcohol.
That's crazy.
Are you sure about that?
Be mind your business.
quest item.
Quest item. It is the missing sock of summoning.
Whoa, what's
A
that?
formerly missing smelly sock that, when thrown, summons a mischievous, laundry-loving imp, and this imp may steal other items in your friend's inventory.
Oh, in your friend's inventory.
Not yours.
Okay,
Oh, awesome.
That's good.
So,
So, like,
that
if
was a
I have
typo.
this the sock of summoning, the missing sock of summoning, I throw it.
Yep.
The imp shows up and steals y'all stuff,
Yep.
and then delivers it back to me, or you
Yep.
just pop off with it.
No, you got it. 'Cause
Is it
goes
random?
it goes in the sock. It's random.
Fair.
What if it like the only thing in your friend's inventory
Is
was a
another
sock?
Now I got 2
Time
You
imps.
got two
travel.
socks.
About to get a gang of
Yeah.
imps.
Just an infinite loop of imps. And they're like, another sock. But
Sounds like a trope we may soon hate.
Hey, that was a way to bring it all together.
hey, make sure you tell your friends about the Patreon because we want more people in the Discord so we can talk to them.
Pay
Yeah.
us.
Feel free to also talk to us in the Discord. We are
Yeah.
available. But we also know that you are also grown adults and you may not be available to talk to us at all
Yeah.
times. But we here. We out here. In these
It'll all
streets.
hold up.
It will hold up. because we like friends and we keep them if they're good.
We're gonna give you Dan's address. So you can come here
You
and
will
get
not
this
get
in
my
person.
address. But last but not least, as we always love to say here, y'all have a blessed night.
Deuces.
Peace.